Before we get absolutely shit-faced, I'd like to remind everybody that this podcast contains two rapist gays of their opinions, rants and raves in life, and overall explicit content which we know you will love. Everyone and anyone is welcome to this podcast, so strap yourselves in, pour yourself a large one, down it just like us, and pour another, and let's get this going and read between the lines.
Delicious.
Oh, delicious. You've not tried it yet?
I've not tried it yet.
Oh my god. The best thing about being away, well, not the best thing, but one of the best things is that I could bring this drink back with me. Oh god. For those that don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, I am now sipping and chugging on a watermelon Bacardi Breezer, which is like swallowing some nostalgia.
We all wanted to swallow nostalgia before, weren't we?
Oh, it's like taking a trip down memory lane.
And I've never tried this. I'm popping my watermelon Breezer Virgin.
It's absolutely delicious. I used to drink these when I was a teenager, and then they stopped doing them in the UK. Do you know what? Just before, we've just had some catastrophic sound failures, so I was just looking if I can buy some and ship them to the UK.
Can you?
I don't know. I've not got that fucking far yet. But yes, I'm so excited to be drinking this one moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's delicious. It's really nice. I do remember Bacardi Breezers from when I was younger, but
it tastes exactly the same. It has not changed. It is giving me life.
And watermelon is one of my favourite flavours.
Oh my god, I fucking love it. I love it. Anyway,
delicious.
Yeah. So yeah, we brought these back from Ibiza.
Indeed, that's not all we brought back from Ibiza, unfortunately.
It's not the only thing we brought back from Ibiza. Aside from probably all of the STIs that we've now got. I joke. We actually brought back COVID, which who knew it fucking existed still?
Oh no, it was not pleasant in the slightest.
No, well I didn't bring it back. I was okay.
Yeah,
I was ill. I've been unwell, but you caught it.
I did, yeah.
As did the whole wedding party that we had.
Yeah.
Shout out to the lovely Rose. That's where we've been. We've been on a break to Ibiza.
We have indeed, yeah.
A beautiful hen party.
Amazing hen party.
Beautiful company. It was stunning. However, yes, you did bring back COVID, as did pretty much everybody.
Many other people did, yeah.
How was it for you?
Yeah, well, my first time. I'd never had it before, so this is my first contraction of this particular illness.
God, fucking hell.
But yeah, it wiped me out. It wasn't nice. I think I probably had it better than some people had it in the past. Thankfully, with all like vaccinations and all that, I probably have some resistance to it, but it did knock me out. It did knock me out quite badly.
Well, yeah, it was that, and also the copious amounts of drink.
Well,
exactly. Probably didn't help the immune system, but anyway,
that probably didn't help either.
That would explain our absence. We did try to record an episode last week, but we were both. I didn't have COVID, but I was incredibly unwell, and we knew that we wouldn't get through recording the episode without coughing uncontrollably.
Yeah.
Our voice breaking or us feeling like we needed to lay down.
Exactly.
So that's where we've been.
Exactly, that's where we've been.
Yeah,
now we're
who
back.
knew the fuck COVID still existed?
I know, yeah. We've kind of all moved past it all, but...
Consistency blown out the fucking window thanks to COVID-19. Anyway, yeah, we've got quite a bit to catch up on.
We do have quite a bit to catch up on.
Swallow the last bit of this breezer.
Go for it, yeah.
One moment.
Down that quickly.
Well, you know, I love to swallow. What
You do indeed. We've talked about that many times.
Yeah. I prefer swallowing a breezer, though. Tastes nicer, don't it?
More refreshing.
Wouldn't it be nice if somebody ejaculated Bacardi Breezer?
Well, if you do at home, make sure you write in and let us know.
Oh, yeah, follow me. I'm going to put this on the floor. Mm-hmm. Anyway, yeah, a lot to catch up on. I've got my other breezer here. Look.
We do, yeah. So let's see.
Must I add, it is 12:30 on a Sunday night. No, it's not Sunday night. Look at me. No, it's not. We're so thrown.
It's a Tuesday morning.
It's Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
We're recording this because we wanted to get the episode out and we're feeling better. Anyway, a lot to catch up on. News.
Yes, let's go through some news.
So we've got quite a bit to catch up on. This is over the last 2 weeks. So first one, Nicki Minaj arrested in Amsterdam for causing the Manchester show at the Co-op Live to be cancelled. One fan even tweeted saying he'd come all the way from Australia to see her and he's lost all of his money, and she live streamed her own arrest in Amsterdam.
So classy. Well done, Nicki.
I mean, I'm not a Nicki. I do like Nicki Minaj. I wouldn't go out my way to pay to watch her. Yeah. I do like her though. Like, she is a babe. She's a queen. She ain't fucking Beyonce.
No.
Let's say that. But she was arrested for soft drugs, and I can't help but think, although you're in Amsterdam, hun, you are coming to the UK.
Well, that's the thing. I think a lot of celebrities do it, and Amsterdam, unfortunately, does have that reputation because it is legal and people do buy stuff there. They think it's then legal to take wherever you want to go, but it's so clearly not, because
you don't see Beyonce live streaming her arrest.
you do not. Well, she does. She wouldn't get arrested.
Well,
She's
no.
too classy for that.
You don't see Beyonce carrying soft drugs.
You don't.
That's all I gotta say. Anyway, I do like Nicki Minaj, but yeah, that was poor form.
Yeah, poor
I do feel
form.
so sorry for
those poor fans, because those
Yeah.
must have been really expensive tickets as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well,
you'd be gutted. That poor
I'm
guy
not
from
a
Australia.
Barbs. I'm part of the Beehive, so
Is that what they call them for fans? Barbs?
they're Barbs, aren't they?
Are they? Okay, I didn't know that.
I don't know. I might be fucking wrong.
Okay.
Please, if anyone follows Nicki Minaj and loves Nicki Minaj, please let me know if that's
Yeah.
right. I do think it is
Okay,
right
fair enough. Good.
because Lady Gaga's Monsters, isn't
Yes,
it?
I've heard of Monsters.
I'm sure Nicki Minaj's Barbs.
Okay.
Shall I Google it?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where that comes from. I don't know the link. I mean, maybe because I'm seeing
She's
your
a Barbie.
Is she?
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj fan. Let's get this. Anyone I've got a fucking podcast to record. Look, Tamara. Barb, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and Taylor Swiftie, Beyonce's
Swifties.
Beehives. Yeah, told
Yeah.
you. I knew
Okay.
that.
Fair enough. Okay.
So yeah, shout out to all the Barbs that, were incredibly distressed that night. I do
Probably-
feel for you, because if that was Beyonce, I'd have had a fucking meltdown.
Probably many fewer Barbs than there were pre that show.
Anyway, general elections been called for July the 4th
Yes.
for the first time in a long time. I don't really want to give much airtime to this, because they're all fucking cunts.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Ever into that?
So let's move on from that one. Eamon Holmes and Ruth Langford have announced that they're divorcing after 14 years of marriage.
Yes.
I was all for this couple until they came out and trashed Philip Schofield.
Yeah.
And then when they trashed Philip Schofield, I couldn't care less.
Lost respect for them. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you. Like, fuck both of you.
He was bitter for losing the job on This Morning.
Oh,
really,
yeah, of
wasn't
course he was.
So,
Yeah.
karma's a bitch.
Funny how they were all in solidarity with him when he came out, and then the minute there was, some element of, I say scandal, I use the word scandal loosely,
Yeah.
because Philip Schofield actually did nothing wrong.
Absolutely.
He threw him under the bus.
He
Eamon
did.
Holmes threw Philip Schofield under the bus. So, as much as I don't like anyone getting divorced, oh well, karma's a bitch.
Karma is indeed a bitch.
This is slightly older, but Kelly Rowland hit the headlines, didn't she?
She did.
After being caught on camera in a heated exchange with an usher during a film festival. Slightly older story, but I feel like we still need to cover it.
And lots has happened since then, haven't it? Because hasn't it turned out that security person was quite
Well, it happened
aggressive to other people?
Yeah, it happened a couple of times to other people, but there's two sides to this story, isn't there? One, that the usher's just doing her job. It is her job to move people on.
True.
B, I heard that Kelly Rowland got fuming because they were talking about Beyonce.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, that will always forever be a
Well, you would, wouldn't you?
chain around her legs.
Really enjoying this breeze, all right?
Maybe we should send Kelly some breezers. Maybe
Kelly should send me some fucking breezers, because she's got a lot more money than I have. Anyway, a Charleston-based Rock City cake company took to Facebook to announce the launch of its new cookie range, inspired by the real-life hate and homophobic comments posted on social media by the Charleston community. Now, this is an US-based cake/cookie company who posted some lovely photos of their new collection for Pride, and the Charleston community was homophobic and hateful. So they thought, fuck you lot, let's put these comments on the cookie itself and sell them.
Great.
I'm here for this.
Absolutely. I clap back at these people who just want to spread hate and anger.
Somebody commented and said, sick freaks, I will never buy from your store. So they put it on a cookie. Yes to that.
The ultimate shade. Love that. And rightly so. Like, it's 2024.
I mean, yeah, I would have eaten that cookie.
If your biggest anger in life is coming from having a pride-based cookie and you want to spout hate about it, then just...
Well, it's similar to
off.
It's similar to the IKEA cake,
It's
isn't
exactly
it? That's
the
something
same,
that happened here in the UK or
more
wherever.
recently, yeah.
That people are pissed off by the IKEA cake. I even saw one this week about the Marks and Spencer sandwich, the LGBT. What was it? Lesbian, gay, by
lettuce.
lesbian gay sandwich.
Lettuce, guacamole, bacon, tomato.
So at least someone fucking knew what it was. What was the sandwich? A lesbian gay sandwich. Sounds like an orgy that I've been to in the past.
I do get, like, I do object to companies like pinkwashing during Pride months and during Pride events. It just seems a bit ingenuous, but
I just don't have time for any of this bullshit. Like,
yeah,
fucking hell, stop moaning.
It's a fucking cake. It's a fucking cookie. It's a fucking sandwich.
Stop fucking moaning, you stupid fucking assholes. Anyway, happy Pride. Actually, like, we've not even spoke about it. It's Pride Month.
It is Pride Month, yeah.
It is Pride Month, so yeah, I love this month.
Indeed.
I love it. I'm looking forward to Pride.
Lots of events to come this year.
Lots of events to come this year. It's nearly a year since I injured my finger.
Indeed, yeah. Go back to the scene of the crime.
Back to the scene of a crime.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit pervy, doesn't it? And then the last story I want to talk about is Blair White hit the headlines this week, or last week, should I say, for being verbally abused at a Pride event in America. Now, let's run a clip of Blair White at this Pride, and then we'll have a little discussion about it. So yeah, let's run the Blair White clip.
Jesus. I thought it was about pride, good emotions.
Do not engage with the police, don't engage with
Look how crazy this person is.
Yeah.
This is a fan of mine, get away from me. Now you're just being a stalker, sir. Now you're just stalking. Stalker, no stalking.
causing problems.
How am I causing problems?
We're antagonizing people, making them upset.
So do you think the person that's like respectfully asking questions, people's opinions is the problem, or the people that are screaming "F you," asking respectful questions?
Freedom of speech.
I absolutely believe in freedom of speech. But in terms of security for an event, I just question why you would think the bigger problem is someone asking people's opinions and respecting all opinions over the person that's having to be physically held back.
Now, I know she's not everybody's like taste, especially in the LGBTQ plus community. There are lots of people that don't like her, lots of people who don't like what she stands for. I think there's an element in the US because she's a conservative trans
That's another big thing, yeah.
influencer. That's another big thing. But I just think, like, why trash someone in your own community at Pride?
Yeah.
Pride is political, whether we like it or not, right?
Absolutely.
So everyone's allowed to be there and have their own, you know, regardless of her political beliefs, she's still part of the LGBTQ plus community. So I don't like the whole trashing of Blair White.
Yeah, I think kind of some of the questions she asked were on topics that are controversial, but the way she asked the questions was not out of line. Like, I think it's just people taking them the wrong way and being aggressive back, and I don't respect that. I don't respect that.
We all know I love Blair White as well.
Yeah, well, exactly, yeah.
But yeah, I feel like at Pride, come on, just chill. Chill the fuck out.
Exactly, that's right. And all she was doing was, all she had was a camera and a microphone. Like, that's not a crime.
It's not a crime. I do understand, like, people's dislike of her beliefs. Whether I would go up and accost her or follow her around is another story.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's still stunning though, isn't she?
She is still stunning. Absolute babe.
And I don't. It's not as if it's not that I agree with any of her views. There's a lot that she says that I disagree on.
Yeah.
However, everyone's allowed their own opinion, hon.
Oh, indeed, yeah, absolutely.
Everyone's allowed their own opinion, and who the fuck's got time to argue?
No, well, there we go. Absolutely. Hey, that's the way it goes. And she will always, forever get hatred for things she does. Anyway, let's be honest.
Anyway, moving on. I do want to shout out, and I've shouted out this lovely, stunning queen a few episodes back, but Mother Jaguar.
Oh, yes.
I've got to shout out the beautiful Jaguar. Have you seen the beach photos?
Yes.
Oh, doesn't she look beautiful?
She did. She looks
stunning.
Stunning, absolutely stunning.
I just love her, like, for everything she stands for being herself, for, you know, not being afraid to speak her mind and speak her truth and stand up for what she believes in, and just bears everything on social media and gives no fucks.
So all you can do in life is be yourself.
Be yourself. And also, like, yeah, she just is a queen, and I love her.
She's an absolute queen.
I love her. I think everything she stands for, I love her way of, you know, just conveying how she feels, how she, you know, carries herself, just being an absolute queen on social media. Agreed. And not caring, and just, you know, it's her.
Yeah.
It's her account.
100%.
I love her.
Here for it all the time. And
she looks stunning recently. There was a photo she had, I can't remember, a couple of weeks ago, she was all in blue, and I was like, oh my god, you actually look like a queen.
She is stunning. She's absolutely
I
stunning
love
as a
her.
human being.
I love her.
Can't fault her.
So yeah, got to shout out the
Big
Queen.
shout out to Jaguar.
Shout out the Queen.
Yeah, I love you.
And also, just keeping with what we said on our last episode, our US mix on this podcast continues to grow.
Yeah,
which is great. So welcome to all new US listeners.
Absolutely.
We are happy that you're here.
Always, all are welcome.
But we appreciate everyone around the world that listens to this podcast.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the US mix has gone up again. So hi US.
Hi
listeners.
US, representing.
Well, so yeah, post Ibiza.
Yeah.
How eventful was it for you? How?
So this was technically also my first trip to Ibiza. I have been once before, but I don't remember a lot of it because it was overnight. We should move on from that. And yeah, it was not what I expected it to be.
What did you expect though? Because for me, it was everything that Ibiza stood for.
Yeah, I think it was just like I just imagined it to be a bit more everything along the seafront, and like all these big clubs on the beach and on the just by the beach, and like I know we didn't go to many of them, but
I ain't got time to begin clubs. God, not me. Imagine me. It's like every fucking time I'm out, like it gets to about 11:15 and I start looking at the clock thinking, oh, I really want to go to bed. I really want to go lay down. I just can't do it anymore. Even this weekend when we went out for Sean's birthday, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Gets to a point and I'm just like, oh, I need to go home.
Welcome to my age.
I'm not your age yet. Although it did dawn on me next month I'm 35.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
But I don't know. Yeah, it was beautiful though. Like it was a beautiful island. Really good fun. Hotel was stunning. Weather was great. Yeah, I would go back.
Oh well, yeah, I would too. Well, I've been before. I actually stayed at that hotel before.
You did,
so
yeah.
I do like it. We did speak a little. I can't remember what episode it was. It was a long time ago. Now we spoke about gays being on holiday and
Yes.
swaying away on vacay.
Indeed.
But anyway, post Ibiza, any particular stories while you were away or have been away before that you would like to share? You're quite a vanilla person, so I don't.
I mean, to be fair, like I went through a big phase of travelling alone. And not that encouraged me to like get up to anything naughty, but it did allow me the freedom of like, I think we've spoken in the past stories about having to run away from your family that you're with to go and hook up with people and stuff like that. So at least I had the freedom to, if I wanted to meet someone, I could do. But I don't know. I'm pretty much a good boy most of the time.
Wish I could say the fucking same. Well, I've spoke about many of my escapades when being away. The American Romance with the little boy, he's not little, he was of age, has to be who was away with his parents. I remember telling that story when we filmed the episode in LA.
You did, yeah, I remember that story, yeah.
Said hotel, not having the key card as well, was another particular highlight.
That was also so, that's the other thing, isn't it? Like, I do also remember having people to have to like come down to reception to meet me, and it's kind of like,
well, that's what I did, but I didn't know his name. And he didn't come down, and I went to reception and asked if I could be let in the lift to go up, and they asked me the name of the person's room it was, and I didn't fucking know the name of the person's room.
Make it easier.
Oh, gosh. That was in LA as well.
Yeah.
But saying the hotel that we stayed at in Ibiza, I remember I didn't rack up, but I was spending as I went on my card. £1,000 I spent in champagne. Fell asleep and forgot the whole night.
Well,
had the bank balance to prove what fucking night that was like.
Sometimes those are the best nights.
Well, yeah.
Depending on how you woke up or who you woke up next to.
Oh, I remember once. Here we go. I went to Greece.
Okay.
And I hooked up with someone that was on my plane. Still follows me on Instagram, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay,
still follows me on Instagram. We had a bottle of champagne in my room. Yeah. I was with family on that trip. They don't know to this day.
You got away with it.
That same trip, actually, I did some naughty things on that trip. I was single.
Well, there we go.
But I was with family, and I remember being like in this particular part of the world. I'm not going to say what part of the world in case I incriminate myself. But I went back to someone's room and didn't realise said man had a husband, and they played as a couple.
Oh, okay.
I hate that.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I felt like a fucking ragdoll being passed between,
I bet they loved it.
I was like a fucking ragdoll, a counsellor, and a homewrecker all in one. And then what's worse is when they come down to breakfast the next day and you look at
Exactly, yeah. So you would always go to their place rather than, I guess you couldn't have them round to your room.
No, I had my own room, but no one fucking come into my room. You're fucking crazy. No fucking way, Jose.
Yeah, no, I was never into having people come. Even when I was staying by myself, I was never really into like...
No, what if you take something?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
No,
or they know where you are and they want to come... No.
Well, I mean, I was in the same hotel room, but... Yeah, I always went to their room, but breakfast the next day with the family was a little bit awkward when they walk in.
Always awkward.
You're like, oh, God.
So, I don't know, yeah, it's, you know, it's always nice when you're away and if you get the opportunity and, you know, it's okay to do it. You're not partnered up, you're not away without your partner or something.
Committing any crime.
Or committing any crimes. Like, I'm all for doing that wherever you are. Like, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do.
Well, enough about us. Let's listen to some other holiday stories from other people. Let's move on from. Oh look, Rose just liked my story. We're just talking about Rose. Oh,
shout out to the hen.
Shout out to the beautiful hen.
Exactly.
Anyway, so yeah, let's move on swiftly of my filthy escapades
here we
abroad,
go.
and let's listen to some others, some other people's. So I thought it'd be fun to listen to some other people's holiday stories. They're not as incriminating as mine are.
Okay,
but
how can they be? How could they be?
Let's read them out. So the first one, he says, I was on a cruise with my mum over the holidays quite a few years ago. She went to bed early and I'd go hang out in the bars and lounges. I met a guy on night 1 or 2, can't remember, of being there for 7 days. We hit it off immediately and spent the rest of the cruise banging all night long. I'd go back to my cabin for about an hour sleep each night, and then the early morning I was so exhausted, but it was totally worth it. I didn't even find out his last name, or his first name for that matter. We didn't exchange any contact info. I mean, we're on a cruise.
Oh,
bang who the fuck you want, eh?
I was going to say, like, cruises are really popular among the gay community, but I couldn't think of anything worse.
Are we talking about cruise or cruising?
I'm talking about a cruise, a boat, cruise on a boat.
Both
cruising is obviously very popular.
Both popular in the gay world, cruise and cruising.
But I don't know, it's never appealed to me.
No, me neither. I met someone in Soho, actually, who I met in a club.
Okay.
And he went on a gay cruise, and then I saw all of his Instagram, and it actually made me feel sick.
Those gay cruises as well, like, what is it? Is it Atlantis? Is the famous one? Is Atlantis?
I don't know.
There's a really famous one, but all it is just like people fucking on during the parties, and I just think
I say I do it on what's it called when you're not on the water? On the shore.
On the shore.
Sex on the shore. I do it on the shore, but not on the waters.
The other thing is, like, this guy's obviously had a great experience because, like, he found someone, they had great sex every single night they were away.
He didn't say it was great.
Okay,
I mean,
but he went back a lot.
True.
He went back a lot for every night. But can you imagine if it was awful and then you just have to see them each time? There's no escaping them.
Well, you can always jump off the fucking edge.
Is that what they did in Titanic? Yeah, fuck this.
That's what she did in Titanic. Sex with shit.
No,
that's why she kicked him off that.
There's no room for you on this little bit of
debris. Yeah, that's why she pushed him off.
You'd had a bigger dick, Leo. He would have been saved.
Well, he was probably looking for some really young girl, wasn't he? Rose was a bit too old for him. Allegedly. Every week.
Let's save you with this podcast, the word allegedly.
That's what I'm saying, cool. Anyway, next one. My husband and I, we're both 35 years old. We took a couple of weeks holiday earlier in the summer and made friends with another couple while we met there. After a couple of times hanging out and them showing us around the city, they both started getting flirty with me at dinner one night. Everyone had some drinks and we were feeling pretty good. The wife got a bit handsy while walking back to the restaurant. They invited us up to their hotel room and my husband agreed right away, noticing I was leaning into the wife hitting on me. Upstairs, after some more drinks, the wife and I got cuddling, then kissing, and as soon as all barriers were down, she and I fooled around, and we both fooled around with the one another's husband. I don't understand that. Just oral that night, but we got together a few more times during our trip and traded partners. It was a ton of fun. I've never heard that before.
There we go.
So they basically just shared.
Yeah.
For the whole trip.
Swingers. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's your boat. If that's your boat, then jump on board. But
What's with the boat? We're not on that one now. I mean, yeah. I mean, see, that's for me. That's all well and good, but I feel like that's going to rear its ugly head.
It absolutely will do.
Oh.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like him, like one of the husbands screaming the other woman's name, although they didn't know each other's names? Maybe that was a good thing.
Well, this one doesn't say whether they know
Right.
each other's names. That was the last one, but I can't help but think that's going to come up.
Jealousy will rear its ugly head.
Unless their relationship was based on that, who knows? But anyway,
Maybe.
um,
Not sure it's for me.
this next one, this guy. So this guy basically has just listed a timeline of things that have happened while he's been away.
Okay.
Now I can't help but think, stop going on holiday. Are you ready?
Okay, let's go.
So he says, arrested in Riga, almost murdered in South Africa, chased by cops in Estonia, best mate held at gunpoint in South Africa, broke my bones in Botswana, kicked out of a hostel in London, Budapest and Edinburgh, but we all got back in again because our managers loved me, got abducted in Zimbabwe,
Jeez.
chased by car thieves in Russia, I stopped a rape in the Swiss Alps, strip show gone wrong in Barcelona, and getting into mischief is all part of the holiday experience. Now, there's mischief and then there's that.
That's chaos. That's fucking chaos.
You'd want to take his passport away from him, wouldn't you? You'd want to put him on a no-fly list.
He sounds like an absolute
Fucking nightmare.
wrecking ball.
I mean,
Broken bones in pots. Oh no!
I mean, the broken bones one is not the thing.
It's
that
not the
concerns
worst
me.
bit. No.
Murdered in I mean, to be fair, I believe that because I nearly got. Well, I didn't nearly get murdered in South Africa, but I got out the car once.
Yeah.
When I was in South Africa, and the police quickly run over to us and said, "Get in your car.
Jeez,
You will get murdered."
Yeah.
So I can believe it, but
yeah.
fuck me, if you're this unlucky, then you better stop going away.
Yeah, just go to like
Benidorm.
Brighton. Or just go Brighton.
Well, I don't think he's from the UK because he said
fine.
kicked out of our hostel in London.
Oh, okay.
Fuck me. You just want to stop travelling.
I question what he's getting kicked out for because it sounds like he might be causing some of the chaos.
I mean, when you look at that timeline, you can't help but think, is it you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a common denominator.
He'd be like, if you're planning your wedding party, you think, oh fuck me, don't invite him. Fucking hell.
Yeah. It reminded me of one of my friends. I wonder if it was one of them who voted.
I mean, that's taking the piss. Next, me and my friend went to Amsterdam for a few days. In the queue for a club, we got chatting to a few of the lads. But one looked really sad. We asked him what was up. Turns out he'd come away with £500, got off the coach, went straight to the red light district. He got carried away, and 3 hours later he'd spent all of his money and had 4 days left with no cash or food or drink to eat. Spent the whole night at the bar slowly sipping a pint that his mate got him while everyone else just parted. I asked him if it was worth it, and he slowly just shook his head and said no.
I mean, I got no sympathy for that.
Who the fuck gets off the plane and spends £500 fucking pounds in the red light district?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, I've got no sympathy for that. You've done it yourself.
4 days. He's got 4 more days. Jesus Christ.
It's probably only a couple of blowjobs as well, wasn't it?
He needs to go find some cheap prostitutes because that's taking the piss. Depends on what he was up to, but it wasn't worth it. Fucking hell.
Yeah, no, I think you got absolutely diddled with that. Diddled with that.
Gosh.
No. Should have kept your money safer.
Should have kept it safer. Anyway, the last one. On a lad's holiday, my mate drunkenly tried to sit on the hotel toilet, but missed and fell into the gap between the toilet and the wall before unleashing a torrent of liquid shit
Oh, no.
all over the floor. He was too drunk to get up, so we had to come in and get him up. Luckily, he'd been too drunk to lock the door. We wouldn't have been able to get him. Imagine that. Oh, do you know what? If you're sharing a hotel room with him, fuck that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Or just going away on holiday with him, like, oh, no. Clean up your own shit.
Oh. That one I can believe. Like, a lad's holiday, he was probably really, like, felt quite unwell. He was probably eating some really bad stuff.
Still, though.
And he's got wedged between the toilet and the wall. I would clean up. I was the mate. I'd be like, I ain't clearing this up.
I can't think of a toilet that is that far away from the wall that you would get stuck in a gap.
Well, it's between the wall and the toilet. It's not behind the toilet.
I see.
It's beside the
Besides it, fine. Okay. It's kind of quite funny. Idiot.
It's all funny until it's you or your friend.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It's not funny
Exactly. Until it happens to you, yeah, you can all laugh about it.
Oh my god!
If it was one of my friends, I'd laugh about it too. But yeah,
I wouldn't, especially if I was staying in that room.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. No, yeah.
Oh god,
that's
I hope it was
disgusting.
tiled. Well, I imagine
Carpet.
so. Well, would there be carpet in a toilet?
I don't know, some places.
Well, I don't know.
I hope not.
Oh my god. The fact that he described it as a torrent of shit, liquid shit, I'm like...
Oh god, that's horrific.
Oh god.
Can't think of anything worse.
I mean, you hear of horror stories.
You do.
But that is... That is gross. You can imagine as well, if it was somewhere like an all-inclusive, the food was probably shit.
Yeah.
The drink was too shit. Like, it was horrible. Like, you can imagine the smell and the look.
No, too much. Too much.
Oh,
No.
God.
Ugh.
Well, yeah, holidays.
Things that happen on holiday, yeah.
Things that happen on holiday. Safe to say that nothing like that happened
No,
in
nothing at
Ibiza,
all. No.
which is a godsend.
Couple of headaches in the morning, that's about
couple of headaches in the morning, that's for sure. A lot of alcohol. There wasn't nothing really scandalous happened for anyone, was there, really?
No, I don't think so.
Apart from that fucking stag party that was...
they were absolute fucking nightmare. Why were they staying in the gay hotel?
I don't know whether everyone knows it's an actual gay hotel.
I like that they had in the carpet on the entrance out of the pool back into the hotel that says hetero friendly.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Well, not that hetero friendly.
I don't know, quite a few of those stag... Are they all one's the stag, right?
What's a stag?
On that stag party, probably would like a cock.
I'm sure, yeah.
Let's face it.
I'm sure if the opportunity came up.
I mean, they all come and swarmed our beds, like, until Rose told them to piss off.
Yes, indeed, they were all over you.
No, they weren't all over me. I think they were just all over the fact that there was gays there.
Yeah.
And
yeah, no, they were.
They were Geordie, weren't they?
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Yeah, that was an event before. When I saw him at the fucking airport as well, and I was when I was flying back, and I was like, oh, I cannot be bothered. Like, they were walking up the escalators to go to security, and I was like just behind them, and I thought, oh, I'm going to hang back for a minute because I do not want to talk to you lot.
The only thing was, we seemed to be on the same schedule as them because they were always at the same places we went to.
Yeah. Because they were at O Beach, weren't they?
They were at O Beach, yeah.
Yeah, I stood downstairs at the airport. I thought, no,
ain't got time for this. No thanks.
Well, not when you're drunk is different. But I was completely sober at the airport.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like,
no, they were too much. Typical British lads stag do.
Yeah.
So no for me.
Yes. Well, anyway, holidays, stories, and luckily for us, the only thing we did catch was COVID.
Yeah, indeed.
No STIs. Well, none that we know about. Anyway.
No, not so far.
So yeah, it was fun. It was an eventful.
It was a great time. Yeah, as I said, I would definitely go back. I would go back to Aqua Beach.
Yeah. You just need some time to recover because it isn't a relaxing holiday.
It is not. No, it is not. It was full on. Full on. Well,
anyway, it's that time where we my favourite part of the podcast, where we read out the slutty confessions that we love every week.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking glad that this is a segment that we do every week now because this is my favourite part of the pod.
Absolutely, yeah.
My favourite part of the pod.
So now it's time for No Way Rosé.
No Way. I forget what we do every week. But yeah, let's dive right into it.
Let's go for it.
Let's hear the confessions. Well, so let's we've got quite a few this week, which I love. There was one in particular I was a bit worried about.
We'll see how we go.
But yeah, so this one says, a little confession. I live with my sister for the time being because I'm soon going off to university and she lives quite close.
Okay.
So it's all nice, but there's not much privacy, lol. So I thought she'd left one day to go get some food and she was going to be gone for a long time. So I decided it was long enough for me to do my business. So there I am, legs spread, dildo in pussy, wet, queefing, moaning, LMFAO, and she walked right in. I quickly closed my legs, but my dildo fell out onto the floor, and I tried to cover it up with a blanket, which was unsuccessful. She just looked shocked and walked out and said sorry. So I finished what I'd started, and then I went off to apologise. She didn't mind too much, especially since we're pretty open about things, but we defo felt embarrassed together. Well, the fact that she just decided to carry on as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, she must have, like, the sister must have left, and then she bent over to pick
the
dildo up to carry on. Oh, God.
I mean, I guess if you're living with someone, it's hard to find times where you can do that if you want to do that, but...
Oh, Shuff, you've got to feel bad for her, though.
You do have to feel bad for her,
She thought her sister was going to, like, Morrison's or something. She thought she'd have a little fumble.
Oh, dear. Well, I don't know.
God.
We've all been caught now and again. We've all been caught.
Yeah, I've not been caught by a sibling, though, so I don't know how I'd feel.
Actually, no,
about
I've not
that.
been caught by a sibling.
But that would be embarrassing. I don't know.
I don't know what's worse. Like, I was caught by a friend, but...
Oh, I think do you know what? I've been caught by friends, and I've done stuff in the same room as friends. So that sort of shit don't bother me at all.
Yeah.
I am not in the slightest bit embarrassed by doing anything in front of friends.
No.
Plenty times we've all been watching a movie, and I have been on the sofa with somebody doing all sorts. That shit don't bother me. But I think a sister or a brother,
it's a bit close. Yeah,
embarrassed. I want to read the story out before I read the title of this confession.
Okay.
But I love it. So this is a woman. She said, I feel like nobody talks about this, but guys aren't the only ones who like threesomes. Me and my friend often find guys who we like to be our personal pussy lickers. And they're usually horny dads. When I matched with a dad on Tinder, I told him I wanted to have a threesome with my friend, and he instantly agreed. Well, he came over at my house. Both me and my friend watched him strip off his clothes, admiring his muscles. I pushed him onto the bed and my friend sat on his face. We took turns sitting on his face, making him beg for our squirt. I love to play games and tease guys. I made him stand while I tried to toss hats onto his hard cock. We both had enough of play with him. We let him drink our squirt as a reward. Oh, God. And the title is Me and My Friend Squirted on a Hot Dad. God. Oh, I don't know if the phrase "drink squirt" makes me feel a bit ill.
Let's go back to the start of that. Like, it's true actually. Like, you always think the people who are into threesomes are always the guys, but obviously not the case. So,
well, these are girls.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but they sound like they had a whale of a time.
They made him drink their squirt. Gosh. I said this a couple of weeks ago to you, didn't I? What is it?
Yeah, what is it? Is it we or is it...
I don't think it is we, I'm not sure.
And also, do you call it semen for a girl?
It's not...
Semen's a guy's thing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I don't think you can call a woman squirt semen.
Ejaculate. It sounds such a horrible word.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't think I want to know what it is, to be honest.
Maybe we're best off not knowing the mystery.
I don't know what, maybe it's because I like boys, but it's like, when I heard the words, like, I made him swallow my cum versus... I made him drink my squirt. The latter sounds disgusting to me.
Yeah, it does, yeah. It sounds like some exotic...
exotic?
European fruit drink or something.
I just... Oh. I'd like to know what it tastes like. That doesn't mean I'm about to go fucking seek it out, but I would be like...
Well, I guess it's the same as... male semen.
No, I don't think it'll taste the same.
It must be affected by what you eat and what you drink. And
I'm about to ask one of my straight friends.
Imagine him a watermelon Bacardi.
Don't tarnish the breezer. Don't tarnish the breezer.
Bacardi breezer cum.
No. Now this next one, I don't know whether I call bullshit on this.
Okay.
On this confession.
Let's hear it.
And it says. At work, there is a cupboard that nobody uses, with a single thin wall that splits it in two. One day, I had to sort the cupboard out, and I cut a hole in the wall and hid it with boxes until the time was right. I showed this the other day to another slutty teacher, so this is a school.
Oh, okay.
And she immediately got excited and told me to go to the other side. By the time I got there, her bare pussy was already in view, so my fingers caressed and teased her, and she moans a lot, and it was so hot I couldn't help but finger her harder and faster. She dropped to her knees and begged for my cock. I'm getting a bit embarrassed reading this out.
The male picture.
I was already rock hard, and she didn't hesitate to take me in her mouth and pump my shaft of her hand, her engagement ring sliding up and down my cock, making it feel very naughty. She said she couldn't take it anymore and bent over in front of the DIY glory hole and offered her dripping self for me to fuck. I slid in and came almost immediately. After a brief fucking, she followed suit, and afterwards I couldn't wait to play in there again. I felt so embarrassed reading this one out. And also, logistically, I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah.
I've never... I can... Obviously, being at school, I can picture what kind of cupboard it would be, like with the plywood bit in the middle, but how the fuck would you both get into that
Yeah,
little cupboard?
exactly, yeah.
I don't know on this one.
I don't know how that would work. Yeah. It also, the way they've written the confession...
And they've also called themselves a slutty British teacher.
Well,
now, we all know teachers can be a bit
can be
wild.
Absolutely slutty, yeah.
But I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if it is true...
Good on you.
Pretty good confession. Can't help but think it's a bit weird doing it
So if
in
you
a school.
go to Ellesmere Primary School in Suffolk...
What, is that a real school?
No, I don't know. I made
Is that where Jill from Humanities went?
Probably. It's been a long time since we heard of Jill from Humanities.
Oh, we love Jill. I was
No,
thinking
we
about her
do
the other day,
not.
actually.
No, we do not.
Next one says, I sucked my dad's friend at a family gathering. Okay. So this thing between me and my dad's friend has been going on for a few months now. And this past week, we have had a family gathering. And he was invited because he's a big part of our family. Now, we had planned this out before. And when it was time, I pretended I got a call on my phone and said I had to go upstairs really quick. And a little bit later, my dad's friend went to the bathroom. We met in the upstairs bathroom, and I got on my knees and I sucked him off. It was fun doing this, and it was so risky. And when he was close, I swallowed his cum, and we parted ways, going back to the family gathering like nothing had happened. Now, this is one I can believe. I
think we've had other confessions in the past where it's like people hooking up with their dad's friends or something. Yeah. I can believe that.
I quite like that one.
Yeah.
That's quite a good one.
Yeah, hey, if he's hot.
I remember doing that in LA. Not sucking a dad off. But I was with a friend in LA, and we was at a bar. God, this years ago now. I don't think we went to this bar. No, we did. We did go to this bar. You know the one where it was they were playing RuPaul's Drag Race viewing party?
Oh, yeah,
One of the last bars we went to.
Yeah.
Well, I went to that bar years ago, and there was karaoke on that night at that bar, and there wasn't karaoke on that. That's what I was upset about. That's why I went there. But anyway, when I went years ago, there was karaoke on that bar, and there was this guy there that was on Grindr, and I was on Grindr, and I was with my friend, and I was fucking bored. So I was talking to him on Grindr, and I was like, I'm going to go to the toilet in a minute. So he was like, oh, when you go down, I'll go to the toilet as well. Nothing happened. Well, we kissed each other downstairs, but we didn't do anything like that. I weren't about to get thrown out of a bar in Hollywood, but we exchanged contact details.
Yeah, okay.
I hadn't spoke to him in fact, we didn't speak even after that night, but yeah. I like the idea of, nobody knows.
Yeah, no one's just, run off. And
usually everyone's
it's the excitement, isn't it? It's the excitement, like, ooh.
As long as it's with someone excited, though.
Exactly, yeah. Not Bob.
Next one. When I read this, I thought, about 12 years ago, I first read 12 years old. I thought, no, but I read it wrong.
No children involved in
No, definitely not. About 12 years ago, I was 24 years old, and I was staying with a buddy and his sister, who was also the same age. She didn't have a car, and I actually drove her everywhere. She was kind of a bitch. She was also a virgin and went on mission trips. What is the mission?
Oh, it's when you're religious.
Is it Mormon?
I don't think it's necessarily just Mormons, but a lot of... I think it's predominantly Christians go on missions to help promote religion and do good deeds for...
Fair. After a few days, I came home drunk while my buddy was out of town. I started to make more drinks at home, and she was being really annoying and loud. She came out in her pyjamas and undies to yell at me. I called her a bunch of sexual things, and she laughed it off. Don't remember much else because she flashed me her amazing tits. I tried to touch them, but she stopped me and then showed me her chatterbait for the first time. That's is it like sex roulette, that kind of thing? Is that what it is?
Oh, I don't know. I've never heard of it. Chatterbait.
Sounds like chat roulette kind of vibe. I don't know, I could be wrong.
Okay.
Anyway, then I played in her bed and she came in there. I was trying to get a feel and then she grabbed my cock. She let me pull her panties off and I put it in her bum. I butt fucked her and came in her ass and then went my room to sleep. Next few days we never spoke to each other, and I've never told my buddy to this day. I don't even remember her name. You butt fucked your friend's sister.
Oh, there we go.
It also, like, if you're a virgin...
Yeah, that must have hurt a lot.
Anal's probably not the first thing that you want to do. Oh my god. Fair play. But
then if she's on Chatterbait, I wonder what she's doing on there.
Maybe she's putting like dildos and stuff. I don't know.
There we go.
I don't know what Chatterbait is.
Yeah, I
Should
don't
we
know
have
what
a
it
quick
is.
look?
I don't know what it is.
Don't really know what my was it Chatterbait? Chatterbait. There we go. Oh, it's adult webcam. See, I knew it.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, it's true.
Well,
She's
there we
on
go.
that.
Yeah,
What the
so
fuck
yeah,
else is she
she
doing?
may be a technical virgin, but she ain't no virgin.
Well, I would say if you're gonna like sleep with someone for the first time, probably in their ass is probably not the right thing to do. But
Well, no, exactly. Yeah, hey, you know, that's what happened. It happened.
this is a similar thing. So, hi guys, I'm a female to male. I look like a guy, but I actually still have a pussy.
Okay.
Anyway, I got into some money issues, and the only thing I came up with was webcamming. Now I spend 3 to 4 hours a day spreading my legs and showing the world what a slut I am. I talk with hundreds of men a day and see so many naked men. I never thought my life would have turned into myself becoming a nude porn slut for men. I am now even begging men to expose me when I'm doing my webcam shows just because I get so wet. 4 hours a day.
Wow.
Fair play, but God, you must be sore.
I didn't know webcam was even a thing still. Like,
Clearly, this was 3 hours ago we got this confession.
maybe she's on a live now. Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah. Shout out to
Shout
us out on the podcast.
Anyway, yes for sluts. Less for sluts. Anyway, the next one. I was getting drunk at my favourite divey bar when an older guy came up to me and started chatting. He clearly had one thing on his mind, and he made it pretty obvious he wanted to test my mouth. Within 5 minutes, I was walking out the back door to his car. Within 10 minutes, he was shooting ropes of jizz into my mouth.
Wowzers.
God. Before I could swallow, he told me to open my mouth and look at his phone and gargle his cum. As soon as the flash came on, I was a filthy whore. I gargled, swished it around my mouth, blew cum bubbles, and moaned as I finally swallowed his load on camera. I have no idea who he intends to show. Blowing cum bubbles.
Bubbles just sounds disgusting. Just all absolute filth. Cum bubbles.
Oh God, it's making me feel sick. Yes to being a whore, though. We love.
Well, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I was up for the ropes of jizz, but cum bubbles is a step too far.
Why is it with these like weird like ways of
I
describing?
know, yeah.
Cum and-
In some ways, it's very imaginative. I
That's Spider-Man.
I congratulate their imaginative language.
Anyway, next one. I have an obsession with getting my dick circumcised.
How many times can you do it?
Well, he's probably never done it. Let's read it first. I'm in my 20s and I'm not a circumcised person, see? I've wanted to get circumcised since I was little. I get lustful just thinking about getting circumcised. At present, when I masturbate, I hold my foreskin back behind my gland and with one hand masturbate with the other. It appears and feels slightly different and it feels like I'm circumcised. I'm not sure. Is there a word for these kind of fetishes? Please let me know if you know. I'm considering getting circumcised. Is it a wise decision? Which kind of cut is better, tight or low? Does it reduce sensitivity? I'm not circumcised, so I can't answer this one. I would imagine it's different.
I didn't even know there was 2 different types of circumcision. Surely it's just a snip and you're done.
I think he's saying, what did he say? Is it low or tight? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't think there was one. I thought surely you just... And fine, lots of circumcised penises do look different, but I still think the cut is the cut, and that's it.
Oh, I mean, I can't answer this. I don't know whether it is a fetish. I don't know whether it is a kink.
Yeah, I wonder if it is.
I'm not Googling it. My internet history
Already, yeah.
has heard enough for tonight.
Yeah, it's taking a pounding today.
God. Well, I mean, if that's what you want to do, babes, then go get circumcised.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's possible now as an adult as well, so...
Yeah, it is, but it must be traumatic as an adult to get
Oh,
it
yeah,
done.
it probably will be, yeah.
I would probably say don't. If you're managing to masturbate and fool your body into thinking that you are, then why do it?
Well, yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah,
do you, hon?
yeah, exactly. Whatever you want to do with your body is down to you.
This next one. She says, I accidentally creamed my panties in public. Creamed my panties, sorry. So yesterday I got some new underwear and I wore it out. The material was a really soft, cosy cotton, but I think the size was a little too big for my tiny frame because they were a little bit loose. This led to them shifting around the more I walked, and eventually having the soft cotton rubbing directly onto my clit. At first it was a bit like a whoops, but then I realised I couldn't adjust them because I was walking through a crowded shop. I kind of panicked as I felt myself start to get a bit wetter and a bit excited. The panties kept rubbing my clit, and as I rushed through the shop to the back of my car, I got into the car, pulled my panties down a little, and there I was, creamy white foam all over my pussy. So I quickly rubbed myself out until I came in the parking lot and drove home. Oh my God.
Oh, well, masturbating
She's
panties.
easily pleased.
Well, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Imagine running through the shop
Very
because you want to get
sensitive.
back to your car.
Very sensitive.
The fact that she must... she obviously doesn't live near the shops because she had to rub one out in the car.
Because she had a car there and I didn't have to take the bus home.
Rubbing one out at the bus stop.
I got to take the back seat.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
Fair play.
Oh. Well,
This
you're
month-
going to have to tell us where you buy those panties from because I'm sure many of our
That's what I
listeners
was
will want
about
to know.
I was going to say send me them in, but that'd be a bit weird.
Send me a link to where you wore them.
Yeah, that's more like it. I don't want you to use panties, especially now that you've got all foamy foam. Using the word creamy white foam. Lovely. This is my favourite one.
Okay, here we go.
Yesterday, I was so horny because I haven't been able to use any toys due to me sleeping at my cousin's house for a family reunion. Anyway, I was horny as fuck the other day and I couldn't masturbate because I didn't bring any of my usual toys. I was so desperate to find anything that would help. So I stole a toy, shamingly, from my nephew's room. I put a small Lego brick in my panties to rub myself so hard with the nubs of the plastic. You couldn't see it from outside, but I buried it deep between my dripping lips. It was so hot. I was rubbing so hard and I was still discreet and I absolutely loved it. I wore it the whole of the day with my family and I even used it on the long drive home.
Oh my God.
Just rubbing myself and having it dig into me while I was muffling my moans from my family in the car ride. It's such a naughty memory. When I took out the Lego brick at home, I had quite a wonderful experience and it smelled very intense.
Oh, God.
I've never smelled myself so intensely. I couldn't stop getting high by it, but unfortunately the smell didn't last. Well, that's a lovely story when it comes to Lego.
All I can think of is like, you know, when you step on a bit of Lego, it really hurts. That's what I can think of. Surely it's really rough and...
I mean, yeah,
Oh.
I read this
I can't
one.
think that's...
It's my favourite confession of the week.
Yeah, I think so.
It's my favourite confession of the week. However, I don't see the appeal in using a Lego brick. Surely she could have just found a toothbrush or something in the bathroom and used not the actual bristly part of the toothbrush, but the other bit. A fucking Lego brick.
I mean, there's so many better choices.
Also, the fact that you stole it from your nephew's room, you're going to hell.
when you read the confession, said went into a nephew's room to steal toys. My first thought was like, what is your nephew doing with a dildo?
Oh my God.
Lego makes more sense.
Oh my God. It's like, yeah.
Oh my God. Well,
we've got one more. Actually, there's two more. So this next one, she goes, hi, I'm 23 female and I used to go to the swimming pool 3 days a week, at the very least. I saw this guy many times before in the pool and I've never spoke to him. Until today where he came over to me and we started to speak in the water. Not going to lie, he's very hot, nice six-pack and a good speedo too. Long story short, we took a drink once after swimming and then he kissed me. When I put my hands on his thigh, I could feel the heat of his balls in his jeans. It turned me on so much, and he put his hand on my stomach under my shirt, and I knew he wanted me more. We came to his place, and I immediately sucked him off. He gave me the perfect cunny before fucking me on all fours. Cunny!
Cunny elves.
Cunny. At this time, I saw pictures of a girl, and there was lots of girl stuff around. I understood he was in a relationship. It turned me on even more to be fucked where he fucks his girlfriend. I was screaming so loud, giving me the best arch I could do with my body. We never spoke since.
Oh, that's a shame.
No.
I mean, no, it's
He's
awful.
got a girlfriend.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Fucking, he gave me the perfect funny. Better change swimming pools. Good confession.
Yeah,
though.
that escalated quickly.
Don't
yeah.
condone.
No, cheating on your partner.
Well, to be fair though, it wasn't her. She didn't know.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's on him.
Maybe that's why.
That's on him.
Yeah. Anyway, last one. God, what a one to end it on. I licked my husband's balls on the balcony. When I give oral, I like to really focus on the balls, especially when they're shaved, and I like to lick them, especially because my husband is very sensitive down there. The deeper I go towards the anus, the more he moans. So last time we had sex, he gave me oral, and I rewarded him by ball licking and arse licking him until his pre-cum dripped out onto my head. He was sitting on our balcony couch and I kneeled between his legs and I cared for his sexy genitals. There's nothing sexy about any genitals, sorry. Then I started riding him and let him come inside me with passionate deep strokes. Well, there's nothing sexy about genitals.
No, I wouldn't say they're the most attractive part of human male anatomy.
Or female anatomy.
Or female
They're
anatomy.
both fucking ugly as
hell.
hell.
Yeah, they are quite ugly, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But they are sensitive. I have heard like that area between the balls and the hole are quite sensitive.
The hole. We all have a sensitive hole.
Well, there we go.
Oh, God. Well, this has been a very chaotic episode. And on that note, I feel like as always, as every week, I need to go douse myself in some holy water and
Shed
recover.
ourselves of all the filth that we just spouted.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have nightmares. But anyway, thank you for always listening. And,
Indeed.
And you're probably just as traumatised as what we are.
Yeah.
These stories do tend to get worse and worse every week, but we're living for them.
We're here for it every week.
So, yeah, on that note, let's... it is actually 1:18 in the morning now. So I'm ready to hit the hay and go to bed and hopefully not dream about all these stories that we spoke about today. But yes, thank you for listening. As always, please continue to like, share, subscribe. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, Amazon Prime and all that jazz, and probably all other streaming platforms.
Wherever you listen, you can find us.
Absolutely. Please follow us on TikTok at RBGW Official.
Indeed.
Where we do post some clips every now and again.
We do indeed.
But please, spread the word about the podcast. We do love it. We appreciate it. And
it really helps.
We fucking need it. So on that note, we shall see you on the next one.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Bye.